Systems New Zealand Jetsprinting Championships is brought to you by Alpern. The Jetsprint Bowl at Mary was the venue for the second to last round of the Alpern Window Systems New Zealand Jetsprinting Championship. And as usual, it threw up some challenges and surprises. Third place in Fowler Homes Group A went to Wanganui's Ross and Shane Travers, keeping them in the top 3 overall. In second place, points leader coming in, Ollie Silverton and Jess Sid. And first, making it back-to-back wins after Hastings, Cy Gibbon and Paul Thompson in Novus Autoglass. Still the points leaders with the defending champions Ollie Silverton and Jess Sid. But now the Novus boat was nipping at the heels. It would be close in the final. So as you can see, just 2 points separating the first and second protagonists and a tie for fourth place. The final round would be at the Methanix Aqua Track in Waitara in the Taranaki, using the same rotation as the round 3 visit. When we were last here, Cy Gibbon had his hopes dashed of a win in the final. Here, this time, only a win would do.
We're here to win the round, and whatever happens with the overall standings really comes down to how Ollie performs. So hopefully we win and he doesn't make the final, and then it falls into our hands really. But the way he drives and the way he's gone all season, I can't see that happening. But hey, you never know.
It was all about the win too for defending champions Ollie Silverton and Jess Sid. Perfect for the first half of the season. Need that perfection again in Waitara.
We're just here to win the day. Yeah, that's our only goal is today. Is we're hungry for a win. We haven't had one for a couple of rounds, and yeah, we really want to get a win back under our belts. One of the things I like about it is learning a rotation, and that's sort of one of the elements of the sport is a driver and a navigator combination or team being able to work together and nail that rotation and nail it consistently throughout the day. So.
The pressure was slightly off for Ross and Shane Travers in Radioactive, semi-comfortable in third place overall.
We've got a comfortable third. I believe we've got to finish 12th or better and we'll secure third, so that's be a real good, that's sort of a goal for us today, is getting that top 12, and then we'll be hopefully going for the sharper end of the day.
Less than half a second separated our top 2 as we head into the first elimination. From 9 we'll come them to 6, and then there'll be just 3. The stage was set. Leighton Manel had the crowds in. We were ready. Driver for hire Richard Burt had gone back to his roots and jumped into the Group A boat of the Tisdales for this round. He and Hayley Host had Get Insider in 7th with a 43.541. Ray and Nicky Ferguson had qualified 6th to make the 9, and he had finished in 6th place to make the 6th cut as well with a 43.434 in Westview Aluminium. Hometown hero and owner of Stinger Sprint boats, Neil Marshall, was back with Eagle Automotive, working the kinks out of his brand new hull. 42.432, just 2 1,000ths of a second faster than the Fergusons. Locked in the battle for 4th overall in the championship with Andy Ryan was Sean and Faye Rice in Cosa Nostra. They're in the top 6 with a 43.060. 4th quickest in the 9, they would easily make the cut. Sadly for their rivals in the championship, Andy Ryan and Carrie-Anne Allen, their 43.696, not quite enough to make the eliminations. Ross and Shane Travers had unlocked the power secret that had plagued them in the previous round. 5th quickest here in Radioactive, and top 6 bound for the father and son combination. Cy Gibbon, just 2 points out of first in the championship, had qualified in the 41s for the 9. A slightly slower 42.234 saw he and Donna Thompson, now back in the navigator's seat, second quickest. For Clayton and Mandy Tisdale, the co-defending Group B champions, the transition from Group B to Group A had not been smooth. They wouldn't make the top 6. Hoping to go all the way, Ollie Silverton and Jess Sid, top qualifiers with a 41.541, and top again here in the 9 with a 42.134, a 10th quickest than Nemesis Gibbon. So from the 9 we will cut them to 6, and once again it is Ollie Silverton and Cy Gibbon at the top of the field. So Leighton Manel had got the crowds in. The stage was set for what should be an enthralling grand final. So this is the top 6. First to go, Ray and Nicky Ferguson from the Hut. This is the husband and wife team. Nicky is a mortgage broker. Ray is the executive director of Westview Aluminium. It's a Sprint Tech Chev combination. Westview Aluminium are the sponsors, along with Engine Dynamics and Bodyworks Panel and Paint, run by Choco Smith, a great friend to Jetsprinting. Top qualifying time was a 43.260. Looking for the split now, needs to be in the 21s, 21.995. So they're there or thereabouts. They're the first to go in the 6. Top 9 time was a 43.434. They need to be in the 42s, I would think, if they've got any possibility of all of making the 3. Heading down towards the finish line now. One corner to come, and then they'll flash through the timing beams, and it will be a 42.912. So they are the first to go, so they are the fastest so far. This is Ross and Shane Travers, Radioactive, past Group B champions in 2015, second in 2016, fourth in Group A in 2017. Another family combination, father and son. Ross is a mechanic, Shane is an engineer, started in his jet sprinting life as an apprentice, but since got through, he's a tradesman these days. Looking for a time better than the 21.995 of Ray and Nicky Ferguson. 29.997, slightly slower. So now he's really going to have to bring it home. He just lost a little bit of time in the money corner here, and that is the hairpin. Up to the top edge of the Methanix Aqua Track they come now. Ross and Shane Travers. They know about winning. They've done it before. They've done it in close competitions. We've got a close competition in Group A. Is it going to be better than the 42.912? 42.996 it isn't. So Ray and Nicky Ferguson stay on the top. This is Sean and Faye Rice from Taranaki. The boat is Cosa Nostra, sponsored by Elite Kitchens and Monster Energy. It's a Sprint Tech G-Force, built by Peter Coe. 650 horsepower of Chev small blocks sit behind them. This combination started out in the ex-Paul Gaston 2NZ boat from a few seasons ago now. Time to beat is a 21.995. That's the split for Ray and Nicky Ferguson, and they've done that, 21.687. So that's the fastest split we've seen so far. Boat looks well planted on the water. You can tell if they're sitting flat. Up to the top end of the circuit now, you're watching Faye Rice navigate her husband down towards the finish line now. Another one that needs to be in the 42s if he can be. 21.687 at the split. 43.629. Lost a little bit of time on the way home. Did the Rices from Taranaki. This is Neil Marshall and Hayley Brunning. Boat is Eagle Automotive. It's a Stinger, as it would be. Neil now owns Stinger boats. Chev, a brand new hull. Another one that's been in the 43s. That was in the qualifying, 43.110. 42.434 in the top 9. This is a 6. From 6 we'll cut them to 3. 21.687. The split of Faye and Sean Rice to beat. 21.746. So they don't beat it. Now, can they bring it home quickly? Time to beat 43.624. That was the Rice's time. If he gets in the 42s, he may just take the front running here. Neil Marshall, Big Deal Marshall, heading down to the last corner, swooping through the finish line. 42.797. He goes quickest. And now Rice on the bubble, because remember, from 6 there will just be 3 going through to the final. Will this man be there? Cy Gibbon from North Canterbury, sales manager. Donna Thompson back doing the navigational duties. She's an angel of mercy, a nurse from Wanganui. First got a sight of her in the Tour Breast Group B team with Monica Cooper. She's been doing a great job as a stand-in for Paul Thompson, Cy Gibbon's regular navigator. 21.221, so he's eclipsed the time of Neil Marshall, so he goes quicker again. That's the fastest split we've seen. Time to beat now the 42.792 of Marshall and Brunning. Boat is a Stinger after ruining their jet speed hull at round 1 in Wanaka. This is going to be a quick time. One final corner to come. We're deep into the 42s. 42.191. So Cy Gibbon goes faster. And that is the end of Ray and Nicky Ferguson. This is the defending champions, Ollie Silverton and Jess Sit. PSP Racing is the boat. It is a Sprint Tech G-Force Chev combination. PSP Drainage Systems, GJ Gardner Homes, Biolytics and Magnum Automotive, the sponsors. Qualifying time, they're in the 41s, the only combination to do so, 41.541. The top 9 was a 42.034, 21.050 at the split, makes them the fastest. They keep going quicker, just a slight mistake at the hairpin. That time for Ollie Silverton, but he gets back on the gas, all 650 horsepower of it in the Group A configuration, and heads down towards the finish. Got to beat the time of Cy Gibbon, 42.017, he does. So he goes fastest again, and we've found the 3 in Fowler Homes Group A. It will be Ollie Silverton, Cy Gibbon and Neil Marshall. Welcome back to the Methinix Aqua Track for the grand final of the Altherm Window Systems New Zealand Jet Sprinting Championships for 2018. Now, while the crowds love the racing, as promoter Leighton Manel well knows, to get the bumps on seats, you need to put on a show. And here, well, we have the Undy 100. This bit of lunacy gets the winner, $100, cold, hard cash. And speaking of cold, that water is absolutely freezing. For the 10-point cushion, it was Paddy Hayden's title to lose. The real fight was for the minors. Plenty to play for in Stinger Boats Group B. Last visit to Waitara, it was Hayden that took the win. In fourth place, though, was Jacob Simmons. Third place, it was Tim and Debbie Edhouse. Whilst in second, it was Alcoholic and Daniel Reid. And because Kelly Manel hadn't made the top 6, it meant that Reid was back in second place in the championship for overall honours.
We all race on at the same amount. I don't think anyone has an advantage on any different tricks, sort of thing. Yeah. So, that hairpin's a killer at the moment. I had it sus last time, 2 times today so far. I haven't quite nailed it, but yeah, we'll keep trying.
10 points away from Paddy, so he's probably, well, he's not uncatchable, but it would take something pretty special.
Yeah, no, I think he is uncatchable actually. Yeah, that 10 points is just too much. It was that bad round here on Waitara. But try again next year. This track today, totally different race to your same rotation. We're already blitzing the times, so we've done our best times last time, so see how we go. Yeah, I started racing with my brother. We were double driving a boat, and then after a couple of rounds, I needed my own. So yeah, this one popped up for sale, and I'm happy as with it.
Hayden Wilson had been here before. He was the 2014 Group B champion.
Had a bit of a slow start to it, and yeah, had a season off. I thought I could just jump straight back into the same place, but no, everybody stepped up over the season that I was off, and yeah, you come back into it and you step behind, so you've got to do the catch up to sort of be where you should have been, and then trying to go forward from there. So,
any thoughts of moving to Group A?
The sponsors I've got don't allow me to go up any further, so but no, it's definitely good to have all the sponsors that I do have, but no, my pocket doesn't stretch that far, so yeah, no, we'll stick around in the Bs.
Paddy and Jay Hayden and Psycho Racing were going for the 3-peat. Now with the PSP team, looks set to do it. Paddy, we're at the final round. We're here at Waitara. It's a place where you've won before. Are you thinking championship or you're thinking win on the day?
Just championship today. We'll take it easy in the first part, and yeah, just watch what's happening, what the other guys are doing. Winning today is not super important. Obviously, we're here to win, but we know where we need to be in the points. Once we achieve that, we'll give it the jandle and see what happens.
With a 10-point cushion, just making the top eliminations would be enough for the pair from Te Awamutu.
PSP team have had to sort of see us arrive, and we've sort of had to adapt our ways. Our race format for us hasn't changed. We have our system, and that's what we stick to. It's been great to have support with crew and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's awesome.
So if you have a look at the Stinger Group B points, we see that the top 3 is Carl Beaver, Paddy Hayden and Jake Simmons. So a couple of newcomers on the finals board for the first time here at Waitara. And this is, first to go, the youngest combination here in the Altherm New Zealand Jet Sprinting Championships. This is Jacob Simmons and Ollie Berda from Hawke's Bay. Students, with the Flounder Pounder is the boat. It's an L98 Chev running around about 500 horsepower, Stinger hull. Top qualifying time was a 45.745. Went a little bit slower, a little bit quicker, I should say, than that in the 9 with a 45.720. So the split times will be a little bit slower than what we've seen in Group A because the boats are a little bit slower. 23.724, a detuned Group A engine, if you like, in the back of the Stinger Boats Group B. Best time in the top 6 was a 45.920. So I'll be looking to go around that quick again. Interesting to note that both the Group B and the Group A competitors saying that the times have already tumbled from when we were here in round 3. Heading down towards the finish, you're on board with them as they cross the line. 46.242 for Jacob Simmons and Ollie Berda. These are the 2-time defending champions looking to make it 3. In fact, by getting here, they have made it 3. This is Paddy and Jay Hayden from Te Awamutu. The boat is PSP Racing Psycho. Now they are, I can say officially, the 3-time New Zealand Group B champions. took it easy in the early going just to make the eliminations. For them, it's all about the championship. Looking for a split time around about, I would think, the low 23s, and for the high 22s, 22.760. So it is the PSP Racing Psycho pair. You're riding, looking at them as they work their way around this small, compact course here at Waitara. It's the Methinix Aqua Track, and they are going to be crowned a 3-time New Zealand champion. Something pretty special for the nurse from Te Awamutu and the self-employed man in Paddy and Jay Hayden. 44.862, they have done it. Carl Beaver and Jay Ammon next to go. Now, they have been the class of the Group B field. They were the fastest in the early qualifying. They were the fastest in the early eliminations. Can they be the fastest here again? It's an L98 Chev, 500 horsepower. It's a jet speed hull. First full season for this pair. Carl Beaver and Jay Ammon from the Waikato. Top qualifying was a 45.1. That was second best, 46.929. Fourth quickest in the 9, but they were first in the 6 with a 45.416, 22.714. So they're fractionally quicker than Paddy and Jay Hayden. So are we going to see the first win here for the Beaver Reliever? Best finish so far was at Wanganui round 2, 44.756. They've eclipsed that because they've won here in Stinger Boats Group B. And the first to congratulate them is Jay Hayden.
It's pretty epic for us and a big season for us. We had a big crash at the start and a win at the end, so and we're just wrapped there. And my girl.
Congratulations here from Jake Simmons as well. So in the overall wrap-up of the day here at the Methinix Aqua Track, it is Carl Beaver on top in Beaver Reliever. So if you have a look, points for the day, 30 points, the maximum points for Carl and Jay. In second place, the new champions, Paddy and Jay Hayden. And in third place, it was Jacob Simmons. How does that affect the overall championship? Well, Daniel Reid moved past Kelly Manel and gets into second, but it is Paddy and Jay Hayden, the 3-time champions in Stinger Sprint Boats Group B. So we go back to the Fowler Homes Group A, and we're down to the top 3. Ollie Silverton and Jess Sitt, the defending champions. They're going for the repeat, trying to keep them on a Cy Gibbon and Donna Thompson, and this man, Neil Marshall and Hayley Brunning, not in the championship run really because they had some issues during the season. They submarined the boat at Bay Park and had to rebuild the engine and missed a couple of rounds, but here they are back at their hometown track. Neil Marshall and Hayley Brunning. The boat is Eagle Automotive. Top 6 split time was a 21.746. So we'll be looking for something around that, 21.822, so slightly slower again. Now, I think you can see from the shots, certainly on the onboard shots, the sun is going to play a part here in Waitara as well, because it is slowly but surely disappearing. It's late in the afternoon, but just at the top of the course, it may be a bit of an issue for the competitors, and I think it's been a bit of an issue here for Neil Marshall. He just clipped the tyres, and then he's clipped the side of the island there, and that's going to be a DNF for Big Deal Neil.
Sun coming down straight in your eyes, just can't see a thing. So yeah, I just sort of turned because I didn't want to go straight into the bank, which I knew was coming, and then up over an island, and then it was just like no point carrying on.
Well, I just wonder how this is going to affect the rest of the competitors, because next to go it'll be Cy Gibbon and Donna Thompson. The boat is Novus Autoglass. You can see from the shadows, even from the outside shot, the sun is going to be an issue. You saw that from the onboard shot. As they work their way up to the top of the course, they're looking directly into the sun as they come through there. Down the bottom, no problem at all. The hairpin, the money corner. You're riding on board here with Cy Gibbon and Donna Thompson, and they've got a problem at the top end of the course. Well, we kind of predicted it, didn't we? I'm sure they were blinded by the sunshine, and they've gone up to the ITM hospitality. Here it is from the onboard. The lens flare spoils it a little bit, but they just were blind. They couldn't see where they were going. Not the way that Cy Gibbon wanted to finish his season, because kind of the way he started it at Wanaka in round 1. So Ollie Silverton and Jess Sitt next to go. I just wonder if they'll put on darker visors on their helmets to combat this. Now, with Cy Gibbon recording a DNF, these guys really have only got to get to the finish. They don't have to be doing anything too silly to make it championship number 2. Jess Sitt is a marketing manager for PSP. Ollie is a design engineer for drainage systems, part of his sponsorship package in this Sprint Tech G-Force, and you can see he's not going to take any risks. He's just going to cruise around and take the maximum 30 points, and that will guarantee him the championship. Although not a bad split, 21.822 for Ollie Silverton. That compares to the 21.833 for Neil Marshall. So really, they've just got to bring it home when the man in second place has recorded a DNF. So he will pick up third place points. It won't be enough to stop these two, though. Heading down towards the finish line now, as cruisy as you like for Ollie Silverton and Jetsprint, but they make it championship number 2 in Fowler Homes Group A.
It would have been good to have a final 3 shoot-off, but that's what's happened at the end of the day. I mean, he pushed and never pulled out of it, so yeah, well, I mean, that's the win for us. It's a little bit hollow in that regard, but we'll take it.
Well, certainly slightly different circumstances here at the Metronix Aquatrack, but the result is the same. It is Ollie Silverton that comes out on top alongside navigator Jess Sid, and that will be enough to give them the national title. Overall for the day, it is Ollie on top from Cy Gibbon and Neil Marshall. In the championship, well, Ollie Silverton and Jess Sid pick up another one. Simon Gibbon and Donna and Paul Thompson through in second, and Ross Travis and Shane Travis in third.
It's not just the idiot behind the wheel, it's everyone else that's involved, and it's just such a massive team effort to win these championships.
Well, that is it for the 2018 Eltham Window Systems New Zealand Jetsprinting Championships. We'll see you again next year. Cowie and Sharma Putranui were on the cusp of something special, the perfect season. Round 1 at Wanaka, the challenge came from both sides of the Tasman. Sam Udick taking second, and Melbourne, Australia's Ted Sagidis was in third. The ZNZ boat would come out on top. Shelter View Jetsprint Park was the second stop of the 6-round series. Once again, Australasia's best had lined up to test Cowie. Ted Sagidis of Australia in a Cowie-built Sprint Tech was second, while Lake Okataina's Nick Berryman showed his true colours in third. Only one of the Mouthfresh superboats got to do the victory lap, and it was the NZ boat. The Metronix Aquatrack was the only round to throw a scare into Cowie, beaten in the top 6 by Rob and Ange Coley in their new Nissan-powered Sprint Tech. Come finals, the owners Alice Coley had to settle for second. Nick Berryman again third. At the halfway point of the championship, Cowie was unbeaten. Hastings Riverside Jet Track is a venue where Peter Cowie had always gone well, not what his closest rivals wanted to hear. The Eltham boat was back at the hands of Richard Bird. A mechanical issue, they shared the flywheel off the engine, shortened their charge. Rob and Ange Coley was second again. Pete and Sharma had made it 4 from 4. Mixed emotions for the NZ team at Merry for round 5. It took 16 years, but Peter had got upside down here a few seasons ago. This time, the challenge came from within. Valve spring problems saw the crew thrashing to post a qualifying time, but in the end, they still turned back Richard Murray and Blake Bryant to destroy the field and win in Auckland. There was no stopping the man. So it is a perfect season for Peter Cowie and Sharma Putranui. In second place, Rob and Ange Coley. And in third place, Nick Berryman and Tanya Ironmonger. For the second time this season, the Mouthfresh Superboat field, part of the Eltham Window Systems New Zealand Jetsprinting Championships, were back in Taranaki at the Metronix Aquatrack for the grand final. With a 26-point lead for the defending champion, the win was all but confirmed. It was pride and the thought of matching the very best that kept the rest of the field in check. Comes down to the last round and you're only 4 points out of second with yourself and Rob Coley.
Yeah, 4 points. It's a mammoth task to try and get in front of Rob, so really we're, without saying it, he's got to make a mistake for us to go forward, and if we keep doing what we've been doing all season, we'll be right there with him. So, you know, good credit to him, he's going to pull off second. But look, the racing today, it's all a cliche, but it's a long way to the end, it really is. We all do changes between meetings and runs, and we can come out and actually see if we've gained anything. So we just laid down our first time, which was faster than any of our 6 times in the whole meeting last time. So I think we might be onto something here. We've been pacing ourselves. We've got a bit of a plan just to try and get that top 5, top 6 each one, and let the results come.
In second place in the points, Rob and Ange Coley in the new Poison Ivy. This one powered by the twin turbo Nissan.
I guess something dramatic's really got to happen there, so I mean, you don't even think about that. We'll concentrate on holding second, and obviously to do that I think we need to stay 4 points in front of Berryman, but we will be trucking for the win today, and we've got the package back. Brian's worked hard all for the last couple of weeks while I've been running around China. The boys have been hard out on the boat, so yeah, it's good to get it back. Rotation's the exact same as our last run here, so they've kept it the same, but obviously I've got to nail that hairpin because that was a bugbear near the end of the day last time, but I think we'll just concentrate on that all day. The rest of the track's sort of fairly straightforward. It's a little bit tight, and so you can open out nozzles a bit more and probably get a bit more traction off the corners, so we've done that, made a couple of little minor changes. You're not getting so much top end speed that's crucial around this because you're just so busy. Yeah, so we'll just work on those things through the day.
Back in the sport, as he said, just having fun, 4-time New Zealand Group A champion Rex Bryan in the Roar.
Just came out to have, didn't want to challenge the championship, and wanted to come out and test so a little bit of curiosity that's always, going over in a boat builder's mind, and yeah, so I've been doing it, but yeah.
See a bit of a blast from the past early on. Rex was chasing your times.
Well, we've been chasing him. He's been beating us. So yeah, we got to sharpen up, or old Uncle Rex is gonna he might leave us behind. We've been taking it easy, just trying to get our combination sorted. We tried something different then that we're not sure if we're just discussing whether we think it was better or not. It made the boat faster, but it also made it a bit more wild, loose, harder to control. But we just got to decide now whether we stick with that and I just settle into it, or whether we go back to what we had before. Knowing it's a little bit slower, but it's a bit more drivable.
There was real drama for the champion-elect in round 1 of qualifying when NZ Trojan Total Oils lost fire and stopped. It was an unusual sight to see the NZ boat coming back on the rope.
Boys are going to have a look actually and just see if it hasn't dropped the end off an injector nozzle. It's a problem we've had with this motor. Big motors, they have unusual harmonics, and it's only one on the planet, so no one can tell you which parts you need to be throwing away.
The concern on Coey's face was real. If he didn't post a qualifying time, he wouldn't make eliminations. A 26-point lead would mean nothing when it's 30 points for a round win. So as you can see, we have found our 9, and the big deal is no Peter Coey. NZ's RSA rules state that if you cross the start line or the first timing line under your own power, you're deemed to have started the event. And even if you don't finish or get to qualifying, you still pick up last place points. Competing under a day licence, Greg Morgan in Liquistrip. Not making the top 6 cut was Kevin Roberts, a DNF, and his Nissan Stinger, hurting his chances.
Just clipped the island, just going around, it went just too wide. I got the hairpin mint, just touched that, she was over.
Dave Simmons got into the 9 with a 43.618. While his 42.853 was an improvement, it still wasn't quite quick enough to make the next elimination, the top 6. Scott Donald and Nicole Reesby struggled in qualifying but still made the 9 in Wicked and Wild with a 43.236. Slow effort in the 9, a 43.517, meant an early shower for the Featherston twosome. Erin Hansen and Julianne Shanks had adapted well to their new boat, the ex-Rob Coley Big Block, qualifying in 6th for the 9 with a 42.367, done in early qualifying. Their 42.233, 6th quickest in Rusty 1. A fine third place for Richard Murray and Joe Rathbone in Mary Mary's round 5 had given the Mina Machine team a renewed spring in their step. Blown and injected forward was 5th quickest in qualifying with a 41.761. Blake Bryan's Uncle Rex had been faster than he and Kate Hugebrink in qualifying. Whether it was embarrassment or subtle changes, we'll never know, but he got the best of Uncle Rex with a 41.651. the Roar, designed, built and driven by the man that started Stinger Boats as an offshoot of his very successful aluminium boat building business White Pointer Boats, Rex Bryant from Gisborne. His 41.605 in the qualifying, more than competitive. Pace slipped a little bit here with a 42.236. Nick Berryman and Tanya Ironmonger in New Zealand Riverjet had made the top 6 in every round except round 1, and here was no different. Fighting with Rob Coley for second for the year, he was 4 points adrift. 41.089, third quickest here and top 6 bound. Robert Ange Coley knew that even the best can be beaten. He'd done that in the top 6 with Peter Coey in round 3 here at Waitara. He was top 6 bound again with a second quickest clocking of 40.392. Topping the top 9 charts was the ever-improving Baden Gray and Darren Todd in their 434 cubic inch twin-turbo Chev. Not quite the 39.851 as in qualifying, but a more than respectable 40.373 saw them into the 6 on top.
It's got some serious power and getting with the new 9-inch jet unit and blades, it's got some wicked hookup. I think we've got the fastest time so far, so yeah, just got to one run at a time, eh?
So from 9 we will cut them to 6, and it will be Baden Gray on top from Rob and Ange Coley as we move into the next elimination. First to go, Aaron Hansen and Julie Ann Shanks out of Tauranga in the top 6 of Mouthfresh Superboat. Welcome back to the grand final here at the Methnix Aquatrack in Waitara. The corporates are full, we're ready to go racing. At the end of the day, we'll be crowning champions. First to go, this is Aaron Henson and Julianne Shanks. This is the ex-Rob Coley 705 cubic inch aluminium dart big block that Aaron and Julie took delivery of just 1 round ago, and they've adapted quickly, slightly different to what they're used to, the little 500 Kendrick in the back of their previous boat. There's always an argument that the big blocks cause a bit of a pendulum effect. Hasn't bothered Hanson and Julianne Shanks too much at all. They were 8th in the Mouthfresh Superboat title in 2017. 21.045 at the split. That's going to put them around about the either low 42s or high 41s, but they can keep it off the islands and in the water, and they've done so pretty remarkably so far. Heading down towards the finish line now, 41.268. So Aaron Hansen and Julianne Shanks set the benchmark in Mouthfresh Superboat for the final round here of the Altherm Window Systems New Zealand Jetsprinting Championships. At the end of this, we'll be handing out the trophies. We'll be handing out the championships. Will Richard Murray and Joe Rathbone be amongst them? That's them on your screen at the moment. The boat is Meena Machine. It's a 440 cubic inch forward loaded injected SVO engine. Runs around about 1,500 horsepower. Split time, we've got to look for a 21 or a little bit better. The Shanks time, 21.045, very good. 21.322 for Richard Murray, just a hair off that sort of pace. Now the time to beat is the time of Aaron Shanks, the 41.268. Let's see what Richard Murray and Joe Rathbone can do. Richard Murray is a farmer. Joe Rathbone trains horses. 41.368. So Aaron Hansen and Julianne Shanks stay on top as into the starting area comes Blake Bryant and Kate Hugebrug in Bars Bugs Harvest Transport. It is a Stinger hull with a GM Motorsport LS 512 cubic inch, 960 horsepower V8. Comes out of the Fonzie Mullen workshop in Australia. They haven't been completely committed this season. They've missed a couple of rounds, but they have got engaged, so that's the good news for New Zealand's first couple of jet sprinting. 21.130, so that's the fastest split we've seen so far. So they're on their way to maybe another 41-second clocking. Did the 41s in both the top 9 and the qualifying rounds as well. 41.651, their best time. That was in the 9. This is the top 6. From 6, we'll cut them to 3. 41.592. They are second at the moment to Richard Murray and Joe Rathbone. Nick Berryman and Tanya Ironmonger currently sitting in 3rd place. 4 points adrift of Rob Coley. So they're looking for a pretty good performance, or maybe hoping some bad luck befalls Coley. The boat is New Zealand Riverjet. It's a Stinger with a Whipple supercharged Chevy in the back of it. Best results for this couple came in round 2 and 3 here at Waitara last time. Here we are at Waitara for the final. Looking for the split time, needs to be in the 21s. 21.013, so that's the fastest split we've seen. Oh, nearly got a little bit wrong out of the hairpin, the money corner here at the Methanix Aquatrack, but he just used all the horsepower of the Whipple-blown Chevy to get him through in time. At the moment, Aaron Shanks on top with a 41.268. Is that going to change here with Nick Berryman? He's been in the 40s before, and he's in them again, 40.807. So Nick Berryman goes to the top, and now Blake Bryant on the bubble as Rob and Ange Coley come out now. This is the new boat for them. 2 rounds old now, make it 3 rounds old. They debuted it here at Waitara last time, and that time they beat Peter Coey in the top 6. No Peter Coey in the finals. Remember, he didn't make a qualifying time, but such is the points difference he's got, he will still win the Mouthcrest Superboats. But now who's going to be second? Will it be Rob and Ange Coley? You're watching them here. How's the approach at the hairpin? Oh, he's overcooked it, and he's got hard back on the gas, and I think he's spun it up onto the island. He has. Well, has he thrown away second overall in the championship here? He's beached, he's not going to finish. Here it is from the onboard. Just gets it wrong in the hairpin and then comes to a halt, a DNF.
Couldn't see a damn thing coming in around that turn at all, so as you can see I'm pretty saturated, but she was pretty ugly.
Well, that has changed things in the championship status now, because I think you'll find Nick Berryman will leapfrog Rob Coley and move into second place. This is Baden Gray and Darren Todd. Darren Todd, of course, the current World Superboat Navigational Champion. He did that along with Glenn Head in 2016, finished up in Bay Park. This is a whole new situation, though. Baden's been coming on like gangbusters all season. This is his second full season in Mouthcrest Superboat, 21.655 at the split, so that is a good time for Baden Gray and Darren Todd. Now, are they going to get into the finals here? Once again, the sun may be going to play a part. You heard the comment from Rob Coley. Couldn't see a damn thing, he said, as he went into the turn. We had the problem in Group A with the sun that caused Cy Gibbon to crash. 40.973, he is in the finals, is Baden Gray. So, from a full field, we have cut them down to 3. Baden Gray will be second behind Nick Berryman, and Aaron Hansen will be in third place. That's how the finals will work. This is what happened in Group A. The sun got the better of Cy Gibbon and caused him to DNF in the top 3. Lots of discussion going on here with the promoter and the drivers. Leighton Manel leaning in.
Sunstrike, Nick wants to call it. He would, because he's fastest into the 3. Got another couple of seconds in me, like as you saw earlier. So
Baden wants to win it, Aaron wants to win it, Nick is the most affected here, so interesting time. So as the sun keeps dropping, it might go through, so more to unfold.
Well, after a lengthy discussion and waiting for the sun to drop down behind the horizon, we got the final underway in Mouthcrest Superboat, and first to go was Aaron Hansen and Julianne Shanks. Well, what a story this is. There's no doubt about it. They're good on the small tracks. They're very good at Bay Park. They finished third in the Worlds in 2016 in the original Rusty 1. This is Rusty 1 2, if you like. This is the ex-Rob Coley boat. All the times mean nothing now. We start with a clean sheet. These guys aren't in championship contention, but they would love to win the day. 21.123 at the split for the big block powered Rusty 1 Part 2, if you like. On board with them at the top end of the course. Sun doesn't seem to be a problem for the couple from Tauranga as they work their way down towards the finish. It all happens pretty quickly here at the Methanix Aquatrack across the last corner, or through the last corner, with a 41.203. Baden Gray reckons he's got another couple of seconds up his sleeve. Well, we will find out. The proof, as they say, is in the pudding. Away he goes, Baden Gray and Darren Todd. A standout was Baden in Group A. He shared the Ting Tools Racing Group A boat with Bevan and Kathy Muir. Finished second and third in the national title chase in the Group A boats. Bevan and Kathy taking the win a few seasons ago now. You're on board here with Gray and Todd. Looking for a split time better than the 20.123. Gets it, 20.226. So at the moment, he is the fastest of the superboats, using all of the horsepower of the 434 twin-turbo Chev to get him out of a bit of trouble at the hairpin. But he gets out of the trouble. He doesn't get it wrong like we saw Rob Coley do it. Now he works his way down to the finish line. The throttle is flat on the floor of the Vickers Automotive Ting Tools Racing. He goes to the top with a 39.940. That is going to take some beating. And And remember, Nick Berryman was in two minds. He didn't know whether he wanted to compete or not. He's still got second racked up in the National Championship. On the water now, though. Nick Berryman from Lake Okatine. He tells me he's got the best job in the world. He's a hunting and fishing guide, as he puts it. Tanya Ironmonger, his regular navigator, is a superwoman from Waipakaro. And what a combination these two have been. They've really come on board toward the last part of the season. 20.670, so he's down on the time of Baden Gray. He's really going to have to bring it home now if he wants to register not only the first win of the season, but his first ever win in Mouthfresh Superboat. Is Nick Berryman going to be able to do it? He's rattling home. 39.817, he beats Baden Gray and he wins it. And is he happy? Have a look at the fist.
He hasn't been under the 40 all day. We're still at the fastest time of the day though, but good old Nick came through in the end. That's what matters, eh?
We're happy. We've gone away with our first ever New Zealand Championship trophy. So we've done all right at Bay Park, but that was the Worlds and that was Bay Park Stadium event.
Boat just hummed all the way around what Bronson and Tim had done today and Tarn, and yeah, I didn't see a 39. I saw Aaron's 41, and then I saw Baden's 39. I thought, well, have a crack. And gee, look at us. Yeah. Rob's got to throw 2NZ, and he did. And we're 2NZ now. Yeah. Love it. Taking the flag down, first time ever. Yeah.
Well, I did say on the back of the boat, I said, hey, top three, it's good, but wouldn't it be good to have a flag?
Yeah,
so now I've got a trophy, a flag, and an NZ title. Awesome.
Yeah. So to confirm it, the champion is Peter Cowie, but have a look at the celebrations here for both Aaron Hansen and Nick Berryman and Baden Gray. Brilliant stuff in the Mouthfresh Superboats. So to confirm it, it is Nick Berryman and Tanya Ironmonger taking their first place in Mouthfresh Superboats. They take the maximum 30 points, and because of the problems of Rob Coley, they move through into second place in the championship. But there is no stopping Peter Cowie, even when he's not on the water. He can beat you. He wins national title number 12. It's been a fantastic season in Mouthfresh Superboats, and for the last word, let's talk to the champion.
I mean, look, there's some great talent out there, and some of the boats have got outstanding performance. So Superboat always puts on a great show, and whether they're quick, loud, or spectacular, it's always a great show. And they're a great bunch of people to race with, and so we look forward to seeing them in the future.
Well, look forward to that great show with the Mouthfresh Superboats and the Fowler Homes Group A and the Stinger Boats Group B when we bring you the 2019 New Zealand Jet Sprinting Championships.